on Delete Crime Hoodie. Should I make it say TGU on there too? The bot. I never know what I'm going to be saying before I turn the camera on. Sorry, my fridge is noisy. And I am still going to be doing my Christmas outfits thing. Just not doing it in this video. I had to get some shit off my chest. I've been fucking pacing. I've been upset and aggravated and hurt. And I've just been ready to stomp this fucking Christmas tree. I guess I'm not asking and begging, right? I guess, do I gotta do it like Alphaba? Get over the screen and start screaming at people? Does that work? Or do I really have to do like Internet Sweetheart and Ivory Rose and Brie and all that, like what they do with, I'm going to pretend something really bad happened to me, so now I need money for legal fees. I need money for legal fees. It's for legal fees. It's all just this is legal fees. And then they get the money and they close the GoFundMe, and then they want to tell their viewers it's none of their business where their money went. Yeah. I want to see the proof of Ivory Rose getting pulled over. Because I don't believe it. Yep, no. I think it's a made-up story like that Internet Sweetheart shit with the fake GoFundMes, and the real GoFundMes like mine get ignored and deleted fucking 3 times over so that people can help people like that. What? You know they're all still on shit. Fucking listen. Listen to the background. Only one thing sounds like tap, 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 tap. There's only one fucking thing that sounds like that, Jeffree Star. One thing. One thing. What are you doing to me, you rotten pillow? You see it coming up at me? Like, what the fucking mind your business? Get up out my way. I'm fucking pumped. She pisses me off. I was ready to stomp this fucking Christmas tree. I ain't had a cigarette since the night before. And she says the same shit my mom said. Listen to this, world. My mom, the biggest pity-me mom on the planet, would never do shit for me. Even as stressed as I was, you think she ever bought me a pack of cigarettes? Yeah, no. She said, honey, I love you. Why would I want to contribute to something that's going to kill you? Come find out cancer took her out. My bitch ass is still fucking here. Is that karma? I don't know. I think that was karma, what happened with my dad. Forcing all those kids on her, looking for sons, carry out the family name. Yep, he kept coming up with girls. Yeah, Mom had a lot of special procedures. And then I showed up too close to a previous procedure, so they were stuck with me. The middle child of a woman that didn't even want kids, who later became a boy mom. What does that sound? Is my cat in the cupboard again? Hold up. Oh, look, she's behind the garbage can. Hi, Mittens. Oh, hello. Hello, Mittens. We love you. YouTube loves you, Mittens. I got my tarot cards. Okay, I was thinking about doing a reading. Doing a reading about the bayou. You know, the people on the bayou. Because, honestly, I think they're all in on it. Yep, I do. I think they're all working together. And it's staged conflict. They know that they don't have to be afraid of each other. They know there's no real threat there. She set up a GoFundMe for $20,000 fucking dollars. Nobody knows if she made the goal or how quick it builds up or anything like that. They seen it when it got there. And then when she got questioned on it, she took it down. And then she's telling everybody, oh, it's none of your business where the money went. And when she goes, blip, blip, I'm talking about a cop car being, but you don't even know the sound they make with the whoop whoop. They said they were yanked out the car for speeding. Yanked out the car. And it tore it apart. That would only be if the car sped away from the cop car. Okay? I mean, I hear about these frauditors pulling these stunts trying to make the cops pull them over. And, you know, they don't pull them out the car and search. I'm always watching people getting pulled over and shit on YouTube. It don't happen that way how she's explaining. No. I think they're all secret friends. And it's staged conflict. It's got to be what it is. It's got to be what it is. When you pop home. Ha! I just figured out why the fridge was so loud. He left the fucking freezer open, getting his ice pack for work. Gypsy Rose is an online predator. She needs to not be online anymore. She should have to be stuck up in a halfway house, being forced to live off of a dishwasher's salary with no access to the internet. Treat her just as you would any other online predator. Why is she so fucking special? What makes her so fucking special? And I hope y'all ain't believing the baby bottle thing. Because I swear. But hey, I guess bottle rot sounds better than her chewing up her medication and having a mom that spoiled her so badly that she not only never made her go to school, but she also never even made her brush her teeth. It makes me feel like, you know, with the issue with my septum, okay? With the whole, I only did it to myself and I only have myself to blame. Yeah, I know. But I also stopped doing it. I stopped not just because it was eating away at me. I stopped because my daughter became a preteen. Yeah, I didn't want her to catch us doing that shit. So I made sure we put a stop to it. To be better people for our kid. It goes unnoticed though, and nobody gets credit for things like that. No. But you'll get shamed for your past, even though even you are disgusted by it. Yeah. Even I don't want to be part of my past. I wish I could escape it, but the nightmares, they never stop. Never stop. You can't say it was so long ago and that I should be over it by now. I'm sorry. You can't say it. Because the nightmare said it happened again last night. You were just pummeling me. You were just on top of me. That fear was there. Sometimes the nightmare is so real. And when you have that paralysis thing, you know, when you're sleeping and you can't move, and it really does feel like somebody is sitting on you. Or if you're trying to run away and your legs turn into fucking jello and you get hit by a car or attacked by a lion. I mean, god damn it. Those kinds of dreams, they're scary, but god damn it, they happen. Yeah, I get the jello leg syndrome. I'll be running and I'll get as far as in the street. I'm trying to cross to the street to get to the other side, but here comes a car. Here comes a lion. Something like that. Or I'm driving the car and the fucking brakes don't work. You know? If it's not me being attacked, it's something like that. I don't know why. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm talking about a Gypsy Rose issue in the comments. And I say I think I got her beat. In comparison, I got her beat. But if I type out, I got her beat, the YouTube gods are going to think that that's something threatening, and they ain't gonna let it stay. Yeah. YouTube filters out our comments. YouTube took the dislike button away. YouTube makes person view for 15 seconds before it even counts as a fucking view. YouTube takes watch hours away and all that shit. There's already so many strict rules. You gotta have a certain amount of subs before you can get monetized. You gotta have a certain amount of watch hours as well in order to get monetized. And all this and then there's all these rules keep getting added because people keep finding loopholes to cheat. And where does it end? Wait. Oh shit. Something else YouTube does behind our backs without knowledge. They'll go in and age restrict certain videos on us. Yeah, where Eugene Yakuni doesn't get age restricted, they age restrict us. Yeah, and YouTube will decide to do that all on their own. Where does it end? The bot engagement needs to stop. The phony fake bots needs to stop. It's not good enough they have fake followers. They need the followers to view it so they get the fake views. Then the fake followers and the fake views ain't good enough, so they need the fake comment. That's how you end up looking down in Jelly Roll's fucking comment section and you end up finding a list of names. Jelly Roll and the MJGK guy, they're both doing it. There's lists of names with a bunch of fake comments, but a bunch of fucking bots. Yeah. I'll tell you this though. People that are lying to you about how many people are watching them and following them, they only care about that number of people watching them and following them. Even if they've got to make it grow themselves. Jelly Roll can't trust his fans to leave real engagement beneath his videos, so he buys bots. And then people want to tell me I'm the bad guy because Jelly Roll's out there saving lives and shit. No, he fucking ain't. He's out there trying to make himself look famous. If you got inspired by something you heard him say, that's willpower that came from you. And you shouldn't let him take that away from you. He didn't do that, honey. You did. Don't give him that fucking credit. It's because he supplied you with a little bit of adrenaline. Yeah. I didn't want to start the YouTube to tell the sad stories. You know. I wanted to put the wholesome out there. So that people have reason to smile. You know, the wholesome little squirrel. But, people just want to hear about drama and hate. They just want to hate. They just want to look for somebody they can hate on. People really don't want to be supportive of people that deserve it because they've earned it. People don't really believe in second chances. Because otherwise, I would have one. Leaving someone when they're incarcerated is not giving them space. Okay? It's abandoning them. It wasn't, Ken was put on the back burner. Now he's got away and she's supposedly back when she's been hanging out with Ryan all weekend. And it's like, why would he take her back? I don't know. I don't understand. Is she a little? And it's just so rare to find someone that'll be your submissive little that you'll let her just get away with anything, even murder. You'll overlook everything. I don't understand what people see about her. She uses people. She manipulates people. She is absolutely an online predator. She should have been sent to a halfway house where she'd have been forced to attend certain programs and therapy. And she should have been forced to work in a soup kitchen and to be living off a dishwasher's salary. Okay? That would be real punishment, and it would teach her actual reform. Let her get out of prison and go right back to manipulating people online and starting fundraisers online and doing all the same fraudulent shit she was doing before online. That's not continuing a punishment. It's taking away. I mean, even Hobby Lobby and Walmart and Disney, she should. Isn't banned for life? Doesn't that mean banned for life? Or are they trying to put a lien on it? Like, no, it was just her and Dee Dee as a pair. Couldn't go in there. Like Dee Dee was the one that was stealing shit and hiding it in the wheelchair. Dee Dee stole those knives, right? Did Dee Dee steal those knives? Yes, I say knives because it was more than one. Who knows where the other one is? Who knows? Who knows? She becomes friends with these other influencers and shit. Like, look at the interrogation footage. She told the cop that the best people to try to talk to in Disney is the Imagineers or whatever she called them. The people that think up the park. She knows to go after big dogs, big influencers that can influence other people and spread the word faster because they got a bigger following. And her friends, then starting their phony GoFundMes for their so-called legal fees. Internet Sweetheart and the Ivory Rose down by the bayou. You know, all of them that are living a little too close for comfort. Like they're close enough to be on the payroll. Like they're close enough to have a secret plan for staged conflict to drum up views. Yeah. She manipulated a low IQ guy that thought she needed to be rescued. It took her years to manipulate him, but she wound up doing it. And here he had come trying to rescue her and be her hero. And she immediately throws him under the bus, tries to put everything on him, and trying to claim that he R-worded her and everything on top of everything else. Even after saying he's kind and gentle, she said all that. And then she comes up with this book. And the book, I swear, is just deflection. The whole thing of it. Like, how her mom, how she claims her mom acts, is how she be acting. All the sexual shit in there, it's like she's trying to normalize incest, is what she's trying to do. And it's fucking disgusting. Trying to normalize people doing stupid, weird, nasty, creepy shit with other relatives. You don't normalize shit like that. That's why I say she was probably a Miranda Sings fan, you know, because Miranda Sings also tries to normalize that kind of shit. I find it disgusting. I don't want to get into a sad video. We talking about Gypsy Rose in this one, just Gypsy Rose. I want to show you these other little clips. One of them I just posted in another video, but it was a longer video. I want to make sure people fucking see it. Okay? That narcissistic shit she been pulling with Ken, talking about, oh, you know, I just gotta have him in her sight all the time. Anytime there's a picture of them, it's always her holding him down, just like it was with her mom. And there's two pictures from the Christmas shit. Like, the one with him and her with the dog. For one, he ain't got no legs. It looks like the same picture of him that's in the other one. But he's far back in it. And it looks like they just put some filter over it to make the picture look more cloudy and older and like a different camera. He's wearing the same exact shit. Okay? Gypsy, from one picture to the next, her belly is out here in one. She's like this on it. And then in the next one, floop, it's just gone. They forgot to put Ken's legs in the picture, and they forgot to fucking Photoshop a belly on her. And they posted it anyway. And people say, oh, she already gave birth. And no, she started losing weight here too quickly for people to say, oh, she's breastfeeding now and she's lost weight there. No, 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 no. No. We would have been seeing her looking like she's ready to pop all fall. Even carrying small. Okay? You would have seen that belly. It wouldn't have been coming and going, coming and going, and coming and going, and coming and going. Okay? Which was exactly what it's been doing. When they went to court, it looked like she walked into the court wearing the belly. They walked out with Christy wearing it. Explain that one. And Ryan putting everything off on Nick. Just putting it all on Nick. And it's like, dude, the BB gun incident was before she even ever fucking met Nick. Hello? And all the lies with the, who's the first one she ever told she could walk. Everybody knows she said that to multiple guys to get them to sleep with her and shit. And to get them to feel sorry for her and shit. She said that to multiple people. Alright? Why she never told the girl down the street, I don't know. And her always saying she saw... Dude, how could you see your mother as a competition? You see your mom's beauty crown, and you get so fucking jealous of it because you can't cheat a pageant and win one yourself? The only reason she won the other awards is because she cheated. And then they took a picture of it, but she tried to hide the fact that she won an award. Why? Because you knew in the future people find out the award is fake. The award shouldn't have been won. Should have been won by a real child that actually can beat other kids in a race in a wheelchair while having the same impairments as the other kids in the other wheelchairs. Gypsy had full motivation of her spine to be able to really lean forward. She could use her leg power and get off from her seat if she needed to, so that she could really fucking start wheeling in those races. Think about it. If they would have taken and every count of fraud, added it all up, I guarantee you she would have gotten even longer than what she got for this murder. Because that's how fucked up our justice system is. Yeah, you get longer for fraud. Yeah. I find something fucked up with them not doing anything about the fraudulent medical document. You know, with the supposed DNA thing. With the Ohio notary stamp. When Gypsy never went to Ohio. Yeah. We have to fix the narrative. There was no Munchausen by proxy, okay? It's just the micro-deletion. The mother was fixing her. And apparently the shit worked. The only thing that didn't is the eye thing is because she's too fucking vain to wear the glasses anymore. Okay? Everything else her mom did for her was warranted, and it helped. It fixed her. It did the job. Her teeth is probably because, you know, the mom she spoiled her enough to where she never even made her go to school. You know, in my area, my mom always said that the cops would come after the parents if the kids don't go to school. Maybe that's what they ought to go back to doing. Maybe they need to do that everywhere else too, or where, you know, and all this unschooling shit that you see on TikTok, though. Why is she allowed to still be all over TikTok and to be an online predator? Oh, come to find out, apparently she's saying her TikTok got hacked and her YouTube channel is, like, gone. I think this is something else to drum up views and something big's gonna happen. Maybe it's the makeup thing and the jewelry thing that she worked out with Claire's. Maybe she really is going to start selling jewelry there. Who knows? Who knows? My camera ran out of memory. I don't know if it's in the same spot or not. But, yeah, I had to delete something on there. I feel like it's falling backwards, too. Anyway. What's this top card? Alright. the King of Swords. The King of Swords upside down. You know what that's the for. I want to do another reading on them. In reverse. Stirring up controversy and discord. Cruelty, mean-spiritedness. I showed the viewers the book. There's the book. I think that might be a sign that I should do a reading on the Bayou. Because I think they're all in on it. I think they're staged controversy to drum up views. Internet Sweetheart's in on it. Ivy Rose is in on it. Fucking everybody is over there. They're all in on it. I don't trust any of them. That Ivy Rose, a woo-woo bestie, nothing she has said has aligned with the realm of reality. Okay? Let's just put it that way. I need to save room in this camera to show you these clips too, okay? So I can show you, what kind of micro deletion she actually had, and her narcissism about how she wouldn't even let Nick have a job. Do you have any idea what an honor it is for somebody to be able to get a job even though they're somebody who is collecting a disability check? And he got that job at a Little Caesars. And I don't know, if was I hearing it right? Was he supposed to be there for 4 hours and 15 minutes later he was back? Or did the dad say he was out running errands, dropped him off, did something, came home, 15 minutes later he was coming back? Or something? I don't know. I don't know exactly what it said. It's kind of hard to hear it, but you can clearly hear Gypsy made him quit his job. And I'm sure she made him sit up at McDonald's all that time too. Yeah? Yeah, probably. Little bitch. What a little bitch. There was no Munchausen by proxy shit. They were malingerers, okay? They would malinger. They embellished, okay? Like with the shaving of the head. That was embellishing. And then Dee Dee wound up getting cancer for real, okay? So, and then Gypsy, so I didn't know how long I'd have to take care of her, so I guess it's best to just take her out now. It only took cancer 10 months to ruin and destroy and take my mom away. 10 months. What if that's all Dee Dee would have had? I'll tell you what if. People keep asking what's the end game here. What would have been the end game if Dee Dee would have died from natural causes? Huh? All that fraud go to Gypsy? Once people find out she could walk? Where did they see their scam and their con ending? I bet you. Yeah, as far as with the too spoiled to go to school, I bet she chewed up her medicine too. And her mom spoiled her so much she never made her go brush her teeth. And there was no baby bottles anywhere in any of those fucking pictures. I'll show them to you again. Ain't no baby bottles in none of them. Not a one. Not any. No sign of no diaper delivery that comes on a regular, there was a message there that Gypsy had typed it out, trying to look like she was pretending to be Dee Dee, telling Christy about the only guys that come over here is the diaper delivery guy, such and whatnot. And it was like, dude, and there was never no mention of him going to church all that much. Her saying all that shit in the book, talking about setting her toys up to make a congregation. Now you know that's bullshit. She was into Harry Potter. She would have been setting up Hogwarts with her toys. And you know it. Not no fucking congregation. She was into Harry Potter. Alright? That's witches. Not priests and nuns. Give me a fucking break. People need to realize too, Mia having that graduation party, if Gypsy Rose would have joined them, it would have prevented her friends from enjoying some celebratory booze. Because they can't have people drinking around where the Gypsy Rose is, because she's still on parole. If she would have attended some graduation party with her sister, it would prevent her and her friends from enjoying their champagne. I think that's why Gypsy doesn't attend. I don't think it's a matter of she's not invited. I don't think it's a matter of things would become a circus. I think it's a matter of the parole board not wanting her around booze. Though I don't know why she'd choose to stick to the rules now. There go another one. The diva spell just called Pink Pony Club, Pink Pony Lab. How come she gets all the fucking names wrong and people are still clicking that subscribe button? I don't understand it. They called Nick Gojon. Come on now. I've even heard them say Gypsy Rose. Give me a break. But listen. Oh, it's in my ear. She keeps saying Pink Pony Lab. There's people, they've got influencers. It's staged conflict to to drum up views and to throw the media off. Pink Pony Club, making shirts for Ryan. Yeah, and they know Ryan is still, got a thing for her. Look, they're painting Gypsy in this light. Trying to make her look appealing. Watch how it keeps on aiming down at her chest. Look, it's got the pink, the pink filter over it.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Pink Pony. We got finest dancers in the wildest party, so get ready to have a blast and let your hair down. Let the good times roll.
Have a conflict. There she goes, aiming and going right to the boobs. Here she goes again, to the boobs. Staying on her boobs.
My mama, Claudine Edie Blanchard, was all about her culture. She was 100% born and bred French Cajun from a place called Golden Meadow in the great state of Louisiana. Golden Meadow is the southernmost populated area
is Pink Pony posting this?
Local residents on the front
Ask yourself that.
I texted him when my mother went to sleep. I left him the door. There were gloves waiting for him, plastic gloves, by the door. I put them there. He came in.
And that door was still ajar when the cops got there. I seen it.
I heard her scream for me a couple times. But at first, she sounded like she was startled.
Look at the chest cam footage, and when they was looking in the windows, you would see that the door was cracked.
And then she called my name out 3 or 4 times, wanting help. I didn't move.
And then about the money in the fucking safe, she said she got the money out the safe, but Nick said she took the money out the drawer. Like, fucking, which is it, Gypsy? Gypsy.
Way about them that they don't like spend a lot of money, so they don't live in like luxury. In Louisiana, it's you get married, are born, you grow up, you get married, you have kids, it's like a little rich. And pretty much I get those too.
Why? Little hearts floating around? Come on, Pink Pony. What the fuck is this?
I have a full plate right now, and I can't donate my time solely to raising a child at this point.
Funny to mention. No frowns. It makes me sick. Here's the channel of Alice Down the Rabbit Hole. She just posted something that was very interesting. Yeah, let's watch this.
Gypsy Rose, her doctor and her lawyer. Examples of professional codes of ethics. Medical Code of Ethics, doctors, governed by principles like the Hippocratic Oath, and in the U.S., by the American Medical Association Code of Medical Ethics. Core principles: beneficence, acting in the best interest of patients; non-maleficence, do no harm; autonomy, respecting patients' rights to make decisions about their care; confidentiality, maintaining privacy of patient information. Legal Code of Ethics, lawyers, governed by the American Bar Association ABA Model Rules of Professional Conduct in the U.S. Core principles: competence, providing knowledgeable and skillful representation; fiduciary duty, acting in the client's best interests; confidentiality, protecting client information; honesty, being truthful to the court and others. Let's start with Dr. Robert Beckerman. He was Gypsy's doctor when she was only 3 months old and required a CPAP machine for sleep apnea. Gypsy saw Dr. Beckerman for several years in Louisiana and then later also saw the same Dr. Beckerman in Missouri. It's said he helped them get the Habitat for Humanity house and spent holidays with Gypsy and her mother. Isn't this crossing the lines of ethics? Yeah. From Reddit, Dr. Beckerman, Gypsy claims her mom took her to different doctors and moved a lot. But she lived in the same house in Missouri for 6 or 7 years, right? Before that, Louisiana. Her doctor in Louisiana moved to Missouri but kept his license in Louisiana and continued to see Gypsy. After Hurricane Katrina, they moved to Missouri also and started going to the hospital he worked at. They also lived in Aurora for 2 years where they never saw a doctor or went to a hospital. Does this info have any impact on your opinion on the case? This is the same doctor that wrote in his medical records that they were his favorite patients. The same doctor they spent holidays with. The same doctor that helped get them the house. Spending holidays with your doctor seems so inappropriate, especially on his part. I have a fantastic doctor who has inspired me a lot, but the thought of my having them over to my house for Christmas, or really any occasion, makes me feel so squicked out and icky. Right? I adore my son's pediatrician, but we aren't over here inviting her to BBQs. I read about this on FB. It is indeed very interesting. Opens up a whole new rabbit hole. Honestly, yes, but so does the tinted windows on the house. How strong her legs were despite being wheelchair bound. The fact all meds haven't impacted her health. I think this doctor was probably playing along with the charade, which is why Dee Dee followed him and kept him as her doctor. He was probably aware of the charade, because how could he not know that she didn't have any of these things? Right? I was just thinking this. Did anybody investigate this doctor? Is he still practicing? Playing along and bleeding the insurance dry? No wonder she was his favorite patient. He was benefiting from the charade as much as them. From the Springfield News Leader, June 16th, 2015. Poking around, the house, the wheelchair, all a scam? What an incredible and sad story. And now I'm wondering, perhaps like you, how much of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's life has been a charade? It appears, thanks to the reporting of colleague Harrison Keegan, that Gypsy's mother years ago, possibly Gypsy's whole life, concocted a scam to flim-flam the good-hearted. To neighbors and friends, Gypsy had apparently been confined to a wheelchair for years. But we learned Tuesday that's a hoax. Things are not always as they appear. Sheriff Jim Arnett said at a press conference, "She is walking just fine," Arnott tells me, even when carrying her luggage. Investigators say Gypsy was captured walking on her own 2 feet on surveillance video at several businesses after her mother was slain. Gypsy and boyfriend Nicholas P. Godejohn, 26, of Big Bend, Wisconsin, have been charged with murdering Claudinia D.D. Blanchard, whose body was found Sunday night. Mom and daughter have told their story for years. They came to Missouri as Hurricane Katrina survivors. Is that even true? They definitely lived in Louisiana before moving to Aurora and then Springfield. That is true, according to public records. But it appears to me, in the hindsight of this week, that years ago, they scammed an organization called the Children's Wish Endowment, located in Slidell, Louisiana, where they lived in 2003. According to a December 21st, 2003 story in the Times-Picayune, Dee and Gypsy were guests at a Christmas feast sponsored by the organization. Gypsy, then 11, is quoted as saying the organization had already granted her wish, or wishes. She says she went to Walt Disney World and that she swam with dolphins at the Discovery Cove in Florida. In the same story, Dee says her daughter has a neuromuscular disease and other medical problems. In a June 2009 magazine, Dee explains why she no longer had copies of her daughter's medical records. The story was in Treasures, published for supporters of Children's Mercy hospitals and clinics in the Kansas City area. It states, Dee knew it wouldn't be easy to explain the last 14 years of her daughter's medical history to specialists since all of Gypsy Rose's medical records were lost. They were lost because of Katrina, Dee said. Interestingly, the story focuses on Dee and Gypsy reuniting with Dr. Robert Beckerman, who in 2009 was the medical director of the Comprehensive Sleep Disorders Center and chief of the pulmonary section at Children's Mercy. The story states that Beckerman had worked in New Orleans prior to coming to Kansas City and had treated Gypsy in New Orleans for 10 years. The story does not explain what Beckerman treated her for in New Orleans. A hospital spokesman said Tuesday the doctor and hospital could not comment due to patient confidentiality restrictions. Beckerman says this in the story. Dee is such a great advocate for her child. Having a child with special needs is not easy, especially going through what they went through. After Katrina, the medical care regressed dramatically in New Orleans. Gypsy Rose is right where she needs to be, getting state-of-the-art care. In 2008, Dee and Gypsy Rose moved into a Habitat for Humanity house just north of Springfield. It's the house where Dee was found slain. Reporter Dee Tang wrote a story for the News Leader about what was then an auspicious occasion, a day of blessing. It is painful to read that story today. Gypsy Rose, whose age was given as 13, is described as sitting in her wheelchair wearing a pair of furry poo slippers. It's accessible to my needs, she says of the new house. The 3-bedroom house has a ramp for her wheelchair. The doors are wider than normal to accommodate her wheelchair. The light switches were built lower to the floor so she could reach them. The bathroom has a big bathtub so Dee can help her wheelchair-bound daughter bathe. So this was all unnecessary? This was all part of the scam? I can't help but wonder. Did Gypsy ever use her wheelchair when she and her mother were alone in their new house? And then Gypsy talks about the trials and tribulations she and her mother have overcome. A lot of people started to give up, she says. But my mom stayed with me. She never left me. We were a pair of shoes, never good without the other. She turns to her mother and says, Mom, I love you. We made it. There are rumors that Dr. Beckerman is Gypsy's real biological father, and that is why he called her his favorite patient. That would explain why he was her doctor in Louisiana and Missouri, and why he would spend holidays with them. Also, Dee was a nurse before Gypsy was born. Did she meet Dr. Beckerman when she worked as a nurse? Did she trick Rod into believing he had gotten her pregnant when she was already pregnant with the doctor's baby? We may never know. Dr. Beckerman is still a practicing physician in Kansas City, Missouri at Children's Mercy Hospital.
Children are referred to our sleep center for a variety of sleep disorders. The commonality of this is that sleep is disturbed, and therefore their effectiveness during the daytime is impaired. When children have poor quality sleep or quantity of sleep, it affects their moods, their physical activity, energy, and their ability to learn, and their memory.
This photograph of Gypsy, that looks like she's been through a lot of surgery, was just a sleep study done by Dr. Beckerman. Now let's talk about Gypsy's attorney, Mike Stanfield. Mike Stanfield was her attorney in Missouri who made everyone believe that Dee had MVP, and so Gypsy got the plea deal. Mike is still with Gypsy in Louisiana acting as her manager. His jurisdiction for law is in Missouri, but it's been said that Mike Stanfield is using his lawyer status to protect Gypsy from complaints made to her parole officer in Louisiana. Recently, Mike Stanfield has been seen at Gypsy's book signing in New Orleans. He was acting like a bodyguard wanting to keep any troublemakers away from Gypsy. Before this, he was seen at Gypsy's baby shower. He also was with her when she left prison and stayed at a home to visit her family. He was on the phone with another attorney who was telling Gypsy she needed to leave Missouri as soon as possible. So why is he always around in some creepy fashion? How does he go from being her attorney in Missouri to being her manager in Louisiana? For a really good look into Mike Stanfield's unethical practices, watch Trixie's video titled Mike Stanfield, The Gypsy Blanchard Case. The following is a post from Trixie, who is a paralegal in Missouri, so she knows about the laws there and tells us all she knows. I've been sitting on some WTFT past few days, unsure if I should even say anything at all. Then I remembered, I can say alleged, or screw Stanfield my thoughts and opinions only. And did I forget to mention screw Stanfield? You might see that a few times. I'm about to adopt it as my motto after what I'm going to say. So since I'm not outing my colleague at all or putting my job at risk, take what I am about to say with a grain of salt. You should 100% draw your own conclusions. Someone who couldn't be closer to Mike Stanfield than if he had just shot out of his mother is apparently friends with my colleague. Something I wish I had never found out. Because now, I'm anxious as hell. I demand answers and justice. And to watch Stanfield stand his own trial for his crimes. They're there, even if not in plain sight to the majority. One, apparently, he's spending way too much time in Louisiana and missing out on important stuff involving his kids and extracurriculars. Is he even licensed to practice in Louisiana? Manager is just a cover-up title he's using, and we know that. He's absolutely involved in a much deeper part of the whole con. But wait, it gets weirder. Two, apparently there really is a baby involved, but no one can seem to elaborate who is carrying this baby or how it was decided to become the Blanchard-Urquhart child. Even in the Stanfield camp, no one knows if she is actually pregnant or not. But there's a baby coming from somewhere. I don't agree. At least where GRB's reproductive system is concerned. According to HTMC Med Genomics at Biomed Central, It is very rare for someone with her microdeletion not to put a fetus at serious risk during pregnancy. And in this case, I'm rather certain GRB would be a high-risk case put on bed rest and ordered to not have an ounce of stress. But she's parading around causing usual chaos. She isn't pregnant. She's probably woo-woo witch crafting up one from some poor innocent girl. 3. Allegedly, Stanfield's been paying people off. And not just anyone who has a claim they could tear GRB down. Someone named David Blanchard was recently paid off in Missouri, as well as one other person, but cannot remember the name. Not towards my colleague, because they did great. But to the person running their mouth about this, if a large sum of dollars is being withdrawn to pay someone off, I might want to know who, in case that bites someone in the ass later. Just saying. You'd want to remember the name. 4. Mike did the large withdrawal and payoff all the way from Louisiana somehow. No details given other than it came from company funds tied to Stanfield's law firm address, and that the sum was really high and no memo or note for why was given. All that was really said on the subject was, the office will fix the book, whatever that means. The ledgers? Isn't that like big-time fraud? 5. Here's the kicker we all wanted to know. Why isn't Josh and Trevor doing their job and throwing GRB back in the pen and throwing away the key? Parole gave up on monitoring her other than her monthly check-in, and I have something to say about that alone, because every time one of us writes or calls and complains about her, they were calling her initially to check into it. But Stanfield always came out of left park barking, I'm her lawyer, I'm her lawyer, I'm her lawyer, and they gave up, but of him always interfering. So what they're telling me is, they are aware he's her manager and her lawyer. First clue to ethics is to know that's illegal as hell, and no one thinks to look and see what 5 states Stanfield is licensed to practice in. Well, we know Missouri is one of them. Either way, screw Stanfield. 6. Everyone's expendable, including Ken, Rod, Christy, Mia, or Dylan. Anyone who are a threat to whatever agreement Stanfield and Gypsy have will be in danger. I'm not sure what that means, because is Ken the daddy or David Stanfield himself? 7. Finally, people are trying to convince Karina that Mike is cheating on her, but she refuses to fall for the gossip. I don't know how true any of this is. To be honest, it'd be a damn miracle in some way or another. But is it really as far-fetched as it seems? What do y'all think? Comments from Trixie's post. Stanfield is creepy how he is always around, just lurking in the background of every photo. I've often wondered if he could be the father, if there really is a baby. Besides him being shifty, in my opinion, and weird, it isn't rocket science to figure out it's a huge conflict of interest to be a lawyer and manager. He's in deep with that family, and it's sad he's neglecting his own. I also find it odd that Ken went and is still MIA after the paternity test was posted. That's what makes me question if it's not Ken's or Ryan's. Stanfield, maybe? Or is a surrogate being used? Somehow she has to show and sell photos to the highest bidder, a baby come January. And if she really is pregnant herself, I fear for the child. It would be a high-risk pregnancy, be of her age and genetic issues. It's just a big mystery at the moment, and like everything in Grifty Noses' world, we probably won't ever know the real truth. Thanks for the tea, and hope you, your family, and this community have safe and happy holidays. Emo, I think you are right. This whole case, from the get-go, has had a foul stench. I think Stanfield should be either her attorney or he is her manager, not both. It's illegal to be both, as you stated. He needs to be stopped. Gyp has found the perfect ally in Stanfield. She has her minions, too. They will do whatever Gyp or Stanfield says. That's too much power for either of them to have. Stanfield is dirty, evil, and vile. I'm going to try this again. The Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel is responsible for investigating and referring complaints, handling ethical complaints about lawyers, and overseeing the state's lawyer discipline system. The Supreme Court of Missouri appoints the Chief Disciplinary Counsel. You can also contact the Missouri Bar. Here's an obvious question for all of you that I don't think anyone has asked. If Mike Stanfield is so sure that Dee Dee had Munchausen by proxy, and that Gypsy Rose was submitted to countless surgeries and medications that she didn't need, then as her lawyer, why isn't he suing the doctors for malpractice? Did both the doctor and the lawyer perform big breaches of ethics? What needs to be done? What can be done?
Please click the subscribe button. Stick around and stay tuned. Join the neighborhood. I don't want no more people out there believing the lies of Gypsy Rose and the narrative of her disgusting book. Okay, and her book is, it's so gross. It's so gross. And she wants to say it's for ages 5 and up, and she wants to dedicate it to her daughter. As she's trying to normalize entanglement, relative entanglement. And people want to know what she has on Nick that keeps him quiet. It's the predator poachers, I'm telling you. Okay? Because he was convinced that she was a minor when he first started talking to her. If you send explicit info online to someone you think is a minor, even if they're not a minor, they don't really exist. If you think they are, you send it anyway. He was talking to her like that when he thought she was still a minor. If awesome. Tell people to click the subscribe button. Tell them to click those buttons. Tell them not to forget to click the buttons. Alright, Possum. We're going it. Tell people it's been real, and it's been so very real, and they better click those buttons. Tell them to click the buttons. Oh, leaving too? Alright, bye. Been real.